that we're on vacation for the next 5 weeks. So we're going to do some replays of our favorite beach destinations that we've gone in case you don't want to go all the way back. So today we're going to talk about my favorite, Sicily.
Where there's wine, water, history, and such good food. Enjoy the podcast. Hello and welcome back. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Erin.
And this is the Getaways Podcast. So can we talk about yesterday?
Yes, let's do it.
So much fun. We went to a champagne and wine festival in Amsterdam and also to a food truck festival.
The largest food truck festival, I believe, in the world?
Yeah. I mean, I've never, ever seen so many food trucks in my life, and it was packed.
I got pictures from above. When we walked home from a hill above, and it was being down in it. I had no idea how crowded. I knew it was crowded.
It was crowded, yeah.
But I had no idea how crowded till I got up above it. And I was like, oh, how'd we even get through there?
I know, it wasn't easy. But they had like every single kind of food you could possibly imagine.
But do you know what the most popular was? The taco truck. There was a line probably an hour and a half long.
Yeah. And we did not wait in that.
We didn't.
But super fun. And the Champagne Festival was really, really nice and fun. And some champagnes I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
And we've been to the region several times.
Yeah.
And we got an introduction to a lot of different ones.
And they had a lobster smash burger truck, which
was so good.
Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, really, really good. But that's sort of the really fun part of summer in the Netherlands is that every weekend there is an event, at least one event.
At least one in every town. Amsterdam's particularly good at it.
Right.
But everywhere has some. This weekend, the slide went up in Rotterdam from the top of the Maritime Museum down. Yeah. The whole downtown of Rotterdam has got like big beach balls and blow ups, all like it's summer.
Yeah. No, and it's so nice. And most of the stuff to get into is free. The Champagne Festival, we had to buy tickets.
Yeah, but it was $14 and you got a free glass.
You did get a free glass that said Fete on it. But yeah, I mean, it's all affordable, and that's not to say the champagne wasn't expensive, but to get out and do stuff is inexpensive, accessible, and frequent. Like, it's really pretty cool that you get to be with the community and events like that just on such a regular basis.
Just from living here for a couple of years, I feel like, especially when the weather starts getting nice like it has been, the Dutch people look for any excuse to be outside and just to live in it. And it's great.
Yeah. I mean, even yesterday I was walking Rex by the lake right near our house and people had pulled out a table and set up a bar and like a little buffet, and people were just having a party, like a pop-up party just right there.
Yeah. I watched a TikTok video, and we've seen it in Amsterdam, but it was talking about how the people in Amsterdam, or even here, I see it on Bergweg, if you live in an apartment, they just bring a cardboard table down to the sidewalk, set up a table, and just hang out outside on the sidewalk. And nobody looks at them like they're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a nice time, especially because the winters here are tough. So I feel like when it's nice, everybody is so grateful and so happy to be outside and so happy to be part of a community.
Yes. So the moral of the story is, even after the tulips are gone and King's Day is over, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, still a great place to come visit.
Lots of fun to be had. All right. So speaking of fun to be had,
we're going to stick with summer. And today we're going to talk about my personal favorite. Like yours was Croatia, yes?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about Italy favorite, it's so hard because everywhere is so lovely.
When you say favorite, it's just like the top of the favorites because they're all great. But my personal favorite, I know it's not yours, is Sicily. Yeah. I love Sicily. And I've been there 3 times, and I would go back every year if I could, but not everybody in my circle likes to go to Sicily all the time.
Well, it's not that I don't like it. I always want to go someplace we've never been before.
No, I do too.
And B, it's not easy to get to with puppy dog.
It's not.
And C, the beaches are amazing. There's a lot of history, but there's also a lot of the middle of the island. There's not a whole lot to do besides the cities and some.
Same with Sardinia.
Yeah, but it's a little more lush on the inside. Sicily is like a desert on the inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's dive in. Okay, so I've been there twice. You've been there 3 times.
I have, yes.
So do you want to start with your first time and your introduction?
Yeah, so the first time we went, so we moved here in 2017, and through Dylan's basketball team, he made a friend, and his family and Dylan and I went to Sicily the first summer after our first year in Florence, and they have connections there, like work connections. So we got 2 beach bungalows on the beach. Not fancy, like it was in a campsite.
Yeah, they call it camping, but it's a hard structure.
It's a hard structure. It has bathroom, 2 bedrooms, kitchen. The kitchen's outside. It has air conditioning, which that's important to me. So Dylan's friend's dad wanted to make sure we saw the island, saw everything great about the island. So he took us to Ortigia. He took us to Marzamemi. He took us to Noto. He took us to Ragusa. He took us to I call it the Valley of
the Gods.
Right? Is that what it's called?
That's what I've always called it.
Yeah,
too.
so I call it the Valley of the Gods. We didn't go north. We didn't go to Catania. We didn't go to Palermo. We didn't go to Taormina. We didn't go to Cefalù. But we stayed south and we saw everything, and we feasted like Sicilians. The first night we were there, he was friends with all the people in this village, and it was this woman's like 87th birthday. And so they had a big dinner for us, and we sat at this dinner. But in Sicily, what I will tell you that I learned is they don't eat dinner till well after 10 o'clock. Like well after 10 o'clock. Sometimes we weren't getting served dinner till midnight, and both of the boys were already asleep in their chairs. But we did everything on the south part of the island, and I fell in love with it. And I told Lisa, we've got to go back.
And we did.
And we did go back. We went back COVID summer.
Yeah. And then we stayed in Syracuse
right outside of Syracuse. Yeah.
In a really nice
apartment.
Yeah.
That had a huge yard. It was right on the sea, kind of a bay. So from our house, we could see Syracuse.
Right. And so when you went down to the sea from that house, there was cliffs on one side and then a beach on the other. And so it was perfect for us to go down and do our after dinner swim every night, because we could take Rex, or it was Cash then. Sorry, Rex.
Yeah, but Cash didn't go. You guys went in the water. I wouldn't go in the water from the cliffs because I like to see where I'm going. And from the cliffs, you're just going into deep. So we would see Lisa and Dylan off. Then Cash and I would go out, go to the street, go down 2 houses, and go to the beach and meet them at the beach.
But we'd always watch the sunset out there, and it was just so beautiful. And we had this great yard, which I think one of the things that I may have said this before, that I love about Italian summers are eating outside and like having dinner in the patio or in the yard or the outdoor kitchen, a whole aspect. Like it's such a
Italian
staple
thing to
do. It feels so Italian, and all you hear is clicking and people talking at that time of night because everybody's outside.
When we would eat outside in Sicily, especially, we were always eating way before everybody else. Remember, we would close curtains and be like, I hope they don't see us eating.
When we go to bed, we hear clicking, okay? But it was, and Syracuse has, and Ortigia have a lot of ruins, Roman ruins.
Oh, a lot.
And history and, just walking around and the market. The market's incredible.
The market in Ortigia is fantastic. Yeah. It's fantastic. And they've got the best pistachios.
And you can I know you bought my like $50 worth. But it's one of those places where you can go to the market. They'll open the oysters for you right there, hand you like plastic cup of wine, and you eat oysters and drink wine while you're doing your shopping for dinner. Like it's such a cool experience to be. And it's so local and authentic, and just it's my favorite.
I totally agree. Ortigia is like a little island just right off of Syracuse. So you have to go through Syracuse to get to Ortigia, and you just cross this little bridge. So it's kind of part of Syracuse, but it's like an ancient village. It's so cool. There's so many like alleyways and places to walk. There's not like one main big road.
No.
So I've gone twice on, called an APA tour.
Appy, right?
Appy. Is it Appy? Yeah, it means ants.
Yeah.
So they're like these little tuk-tuks, but they're motorized basically. And I love them. I love a train. I love a tuk-tuk. I love all that stuff. So, but the one I went on with Lisa and Dylan, the guy was great. And he goes, I'm going to take you to my family's restaurant and show you something that nobody's seen. And he took us, which we think he says that to everybody, right?
We still felt special.
We did feel special. So he takes us through this restaurant and then down these stairs to like an old Roman bath, like that still had water.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But yeah, I feel like that part of Sicily, like every way you turn, it's things are so historic and ancient and have such a history that you can't even begin to wrap your head around.
I feel like all of Sicily's that way, to be honest. Like, I don't feel like it's been built up much.
Well, there's obviously stuff that's been built on top of like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's layers and layers and layers of history.
Yeah.
And it's definitely worth exploring. I don't want to give off the vibe that I'm like anti-Sicily. It's just there's some places that I enjoy more, but there's a lot of history to be seen, even taking away the beaches and all of the things that you think about when you think of Sicily.
Yeah, I think the difference between you and me is you would be perfectly happy at a place where we could do the beach all day or hike in nature all day
and eat.
I like to have city stuff too,
right.
Not like big city, but I like to go to villages. I like to I like to be in a town sometimes. So I like also to explore historical towns. They make me feel good. So that's why I love Sicily so much. But what I will say about Ortigia is you can get lost for days if you wanted to, like
in the tiny little alleys.
Yeah, it's so nice. But so our house was outside of Syracuse, so we had access to all the beaches around.
Yeah. And the thing about where we were, but I think it's true of most of Sicily, there are like you have to carry cash because there's all these little like fruit and vegetable stands, like as you're driving down these little streets.
Oh, yeah.
That you can get amazing food at.
But so from this house, we had access. We went to Noto from this house.
Yeah.
And because we were almost all close to Noto as well as Syracuse from where we were.
Yeah.
We were like a 25-minute drive from Noto. Noto is also a ancient village that has a great, what are they called? Church.
It's a cathedral.
It's a cathedral?
Yeah. Well, it's their Duomo, but
like with a big staircase. I love it. I love Noto. They have good gelato.
I had my very first cannoli in Noto.
You did? In Noto?
Yeah, it was a restaurant down all the way past, like we walked for a bit and I'm sure we were eating it like right at noon, remember? And it was off to the left.
Oh yeah. And there wasn't very many people there.
There was hardly anyone there.
Yeah, and there was no windows
I think
inside.
we were eating it like,
that was your first cannolo.
The cannolo.
That's a single cannoli.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think I had one though. I think I had the two little ones.
You didn't have them in Ortigia first?
No.
Oh.
And that lunch was good too.
I think I have it on the website, but if not, I'll put it up there. I've got all the beaches. I've already got a beach guide up on the website, so you can check all that out because the beaches there are fantastic.
And then, so we were at that house for 1 week or 2 weeks?
We were, I don't remember because it was COVID summer and we went from there to Sardinia for a week. So we must have been 2 weeks because we spent 2 nights in Ragusa.
Right. Which created a love for Ragusa that made us go back there the next time.
Yeah. Which we fell in love immediately. We stayed in the coolest hotel.
Yeah. And then the town is just really special. It's on a hill, so you have to be prepared to walk up. But it's a really cool town with great, great restaurants. So the town, we took the train ride in Ragusa because you love a train.
I love a train.
But it's a really cute, cute town with really one main street. And then, offshoots. But we had great food there. Really nice shopping. We got your tablecloth. Yeah. Really just kind of a great place to get lost. And yeah, like you said, great gelato. Cash and I would walk along sort of the edge of the city, which is you kind of look down on a forest. Remember where we parked that one, like the first day?
Yeah.
Where there's it's a sidewalk, but it feels like you're in nature because there's all these like beautiful areas down below with water and trees and whatever. Yeah, it's just a really kind of unique and special little city.
It's amazing. And so it's Ragusa, and it's about a 20-minute drive up a mountain from the sea. Mm-hmm. But our hotel had a beach club down at the beach. Remember, they set us up with 2 chairs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so we drove down to Marina di Ragusa, to the beach down there. I love that beach.
That's one of my favorite beaches.
I love that beach so much. It's shallow out to a certain point. It's clear. It's not super crowded. So, I mean, that's why we went back. We went back to stay in Marina di Ragusa the next time we went to Sicily.
And I love the sand there because it's like there's little flecks of gold. And like if the sun hits it just right, like it's literally like gold and turquoise, like coming together between the water and the sand. And it's just really, really special.
In 2022, we went back to Sicily with our friend Katie, and we stayed in Marina di Ragusa that time. And we went to the same beaches, but we did like a wine tasting. What's the vineyard?
Donna Fugata.
Donna Fugata. That was so nice. And it's the biggest wine in Sicily, I think.
Well, and it's, I mean, most people have heard of it because they export so much. There's like one of the biggest export companies in Italy.
Yeah, they have a partnership with Dolce & Gabbana. And so Dolce & Gabbana designed some of their labels, which is what I just love. But we went to this and the vineyard is huge and beautiful. And we had like this fantastic aperitivo with our tasting.
That was a really good tasting. And it's also nice because I think we got like 5 different wines to taste because they make a lot of different variations and a lot of different, I think they have red and white, and the minerality is very, very strong in their, well, in I guess all of Sicilian wine because of the sea breeze.
Oh yeah.
Because it's built on the hill. And so the sea breeze comes up and it gets a constant wind. And the interesting thing that we learned, well, I learned in wine school, but then we talked about it there, was that it's so dry and usually you are not allowed to irrigate at all.
Right.
And they don't actually have to, even though it's so dry, because they get so much of a sea breeze coming up and in, that it's incredibly rare that they actually have to use any sort of irrigation. So interesting thought.
Interesting. Well, now, is Donna Fugata, would you consider that an Etna wine? No, right?
No, but because that's Etna's on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's still a super high minerality because of the sea.
If you haven't tried Sicilian wine, you should. It's really good.
And what's nice about their reds is that they're like summery reds. You know, I think when people think of red wine, they think of a little bit more wintry, a little bit more cold weather, a little more heavy. And that's not the case with Sicilian wines.
So after Ragusa, on our way to Sardinia, we had to go out of Palermo. So we stopped for 2 nights in Taormina. And Taormina is beautiful. It's not on the sea. You have to take a gondola. Is it a gondola?
I guess
you have to take a gondola from Taormina down to their beaches, but the beaches are beautiful there too.
But yeah, the beaches are that beach that we went to
rocky,
is really, really, but beautiful. And the water was really very warm.
That's where all the fancy hotels of Taormina are, down there on the beach.
Yeah. But Taormina is a little fancy in general.
Taormina is a little fancy. It's fancy.
And we went to a fancy cooking class.
We did. So there's this place called Villa Britannica, and it is a beautiful villa that you can stay in. It's so cool. Mm-hmm. And it's a Italian man and his British wife. Mm-hmm. And then she has a Italian chef with her, and you cook your meal. You learn how to cook. We learned how to make caponata.
And then the best thing, we had semifreddo for the first time.
Was that our first time to have?
Yeah.
Oh, semifreddo.
It's like half melted ice cream, but that doesn't really do it justice.
With like ice crystals.
And we had pistachio,
yes.
right? And so there was like little chunks of nuts, and oh my God, like life-changing.
It was a dream. Especially
when it's that hot. It's like the perfect ending to a great meal. Like it was, and we cooked inside, and then
and you feel like you're in your own kitchen with friends. Like she was great. Louisa, I think was her name.
Yeah. But so we cooked inside the kitchen, and then they brought our food when it was ready out to the terrace. And so, sea views, perfect food, because we made it. And just like such a fun experience. Definitely hit up
Villa Britannica.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's for a cooking class or just, I'm sure staying there is fantastic.
Yeah, the rooms are beautiful. And I think they have another villa now too. I thought I saw that on her Instagram page. Also, we had great meals. Every meal we ate there was great.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong in Taormina. It's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
And then we went to Palermo to go out of Palermo to go to Sardinia. And
Palermo is a special place in terms of you have to pick and choose very carefully of where you go. And you wanted to avoid the port.
And we didn't know that.
And it is more convenient to be near the port to, get your ferry in and out. But I don't recommend it.
Like once you get in from the port, I love Palermo. There's great stuff in there. But the port area was just a little on the outside of town, I think.
Yeah, it's a little different personality there.
Yeah. But Palermo's a beautiful place. There's great food there. They have a really big, huge market.
Yeah.
And they have the best pizza in the whole world. I mean, don't you think it's the best pizza you've ever had?
Yeah, and not traditional. I mean, they have some traditional stuff, but they also do a spin on it, which is nice. But
and it's right by the port, but it's called Art e Tradizione. And I swear to God, it was the best pizza that I've ever put in my mouth. And now I want to go back to Palermo all the time.
Yeah. No, it's definitely worth going to my not so favorite side of Palermo to have dinner.
Definitely. So then that was our first trip. And then we told you that we went back to Marina di Ragusa with Katie on our second trip together there. And we stayed in another Airbnb, which all this is up. I've got all this up on the website, which was it was nice too. It had a good yard. It had a private pool. It was right across the street from the sea. It was walking distance to some of the beaches in Marina di Ragusa. I have no complaints.
No.
And then we moved up to Marsala and we had a huge Airbnb.
A huge yard Airbnb.
Well, and it had like a casita. So there was one bedroom that was separate from the house that had its private bathroom, and then a 2-bedroom house with a kitchen. The kitchen, I didn't like the kitchen. There was no windows.
And it was small.
Yeah. But the pool and the yard and the eating area outside were like
eating areas. There was like 3 different places that you could eat.
Huge. And we took advantage. Like we actually didn't see much sea on that week because we spent so much time in the pool.
Yeah, no, it was a lovely house and walkable to the beach as well. And we did go. It's just, it wasn't like, that wasn't our only option. So we sort of, we used everything. But I will tell you, there has never been a happier dog than Rex in this house because he would run around and chase lizards and like tear around in circles and jump in the pool and go for a swim. And it was just the happiest dog alive.
We found that Rex is a swimmer and he'll swim even if we're not there. So we had to keep a really big eye on him.
Yeah, it was very cute.
So we went to a Marsala wine tasting and we went to some salt mines, like where they do the salt. Well, not mines, but where they harvest sea salt.
Yeah. And if you just note to the wise, don't drop your phone in the salt mine.
Yeah, Lisa's phone was never the same after that.
But it was cool because we got to do it ourselves too. Like we wore big wellies and did, like they gave us shovels and we got to like see exactly how it worked. And it was really, really pretty.
It was. And we had great food. Like you just can't go wrong with food on the island of Sicily, I don't think.
We went to 2 wine tastings because we went to one in a bit of a city. And then we went to the one where there were the people from Oklahoma.
So the city was the Marsala. Katie wasn't with us on that. And in Marsala. And then I don't remember what that other wine tasting was, but it was up in the mountains a little bit. And I bought a cookbook. Did I buy a cookbook?
Yeah. And the store was kind of on the outside.
Yeah. And there were probably like 10 other people there. And like there was a whole party from Oklahoma from my town. Like,
well, they live in Denmark now, but they were originally,
which is just crazy. You don't run into very many Oklahoma people in Sicily. You should.
In a random vineyard.
People should go. It's nice.
But yeah, I would definitely, Marsala was a cool area.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to do on the inside.
No.
But the wine tastings and the water, definitely worth a visit.
So I do want to get back and go to Catania. I've only flown into there before. I want to go to Cefalù.
Yeah. We definitely have more exploring to do on the north.
Yeah. But I could honestly go back and stay in Ortigia over and over, or Ragusa.
Yeah. All right. So can we talk about the really important stuff?
Yes, please.
The food in general, like what's from there?
Yes.
So I'll let you start because I don't like this and you do.
The arancini?
Yeah.
So arancini they're like rice balls, and the ones I like have like a ragu with peas in the center, and then they bread them and they deep fry them. Oh, they're so good.
And then campanata is like a eggplant.
Oh, campanata is my favorite.
Eggplant, tomato, onion, raisin, often served like with bread. Like, so you sort of put it on as a crostini on bread. Yeah. Very tasty.
I didn't think I would like it, but when we made it ourselves at Villa Botanica, now I just crave it all the time.
Yeah. And then I love this pasta. I don't know that you love it as much as I do, but pasta alla norma.
I don't mind it, but yeah.
It's big chunks of eggplant, ricotta. Really nice. Obviously, and nice vegetarian.
Yeah. Obviously cannolis.
Right.
And then my favorite breakfast. Do you want to?
Well, I've never actually tasted it, so go ahead.
So the Sicilians, they really know how to breakfast. They like to take a brioche bun and then just fill it with granita. I like to put lemon granita in mine. And you just kind of have a granita sandwich, and it's the best thing.
But explain what granita is.
Granita is...
It's almost like a sorbet.
Yeah, but there's not dairy in it.
There's no dairy in sorbet. You're thinking of sherbet.
I'm thinking of sherbet.
Classy exchange.
So it's like a sorbet, I guess, but a little crunchier, I feel like, to me.
A little more icy.
Yeah, because you can drink a granita, too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they load it up, and it's so good.
And then Parmigiana di Melanzana is like the eggplant Parmesan is also from there, which is really, really delicious with the layers of eggplant, breaded eggplant, and cheese and tomatoes.
Yeah. And Marsala wine and Etna wine.
Yeah. All right. So we all know you'll go back anytime.
Oh, totally.
I would too. I would want to explore the north a little bit more and see some of those beaches.
We didn't talk about our Jeep tour up to Mount Etna, though.
Oh, yeah.
When we were in Taormino, we booked a Jeep tour that took us up to the volcano.
Mm-hmm. And
it was erupting.
It was erupting.
Yeah.
I mean, as we're driving to go to it, we can just see smoke like pouring out the top. And we went down in like the caves.
Yeah, I was a little scared.
Yeah, we had to like have flashlights and helmets and climb down
to lava tunnels.
Yeah,
underground.
Yeah. It was pretty cool though. And then we got to walk along. We did like a fairly decent hike along the volcano.
Yeah.
Like we were walking in the like ash and the rock.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good hike. It was cool.
It was. And I think it was like half day, right? Because then they took us to a place to eat lunch and then they took us back to our cars.
Yeah. You need a car. You need a car in Sicily.
Yeah, definitely. So even if you were to take the ferry over, you should rent.
There's no trains in Sicily. There's no, I mean, I'm sure there are buses, but it's a big island. You need a car.
Yeah. Yeah. And to go, like, if you want to do any wine tasting or anything like that, like, you got to go inland a bit.
Yeah. And a lot of the beaches, another reason you need a car is because a lot of the beaches are kind of off the beaten path. Like we went to this one beach that was like a nature preserve and we had to hike for an hour to the beach.
Right.
Gorgeous beach.
Yeah. That was where I saw that what was it called? Needle-nose fish?
Yeah, it's a needle-nose, and apparently it can kill you. And Lisa's like chasing it around.
I wanted to get a picture so bad. I thought it was a tiny little swordfish, and so I'm like swimming my face off trying to get to it to take a picture, and then I realized maybe that was not the best choice.
That beach was amazing.
Yeah, it was like it felt like a nature reserve. I mean, it felt like you were in an aquarium.
Yeah.
Okay, so things to be aware of when you go to Sicily. It is going to be center of the sun hot, so be prepared, especially if you go to the Temple of the Gods.
Yes.
Because you are up, you are inland, you are hot. Hot.
So hot.
Have a car. Be adventurous in your food and try things that you haven't tried before because you will not have anything that's bad.
Nothing.
Go to a food market, and get your food, pick it and eat it that day.
They're in every town. They're on every side of the road. Yeah.
Did I forget anything?
I don't think so. I love Sicily.
So yeah. So
if you have any questions about Sicily, you can just ask me on the website because I love to talk about it, or on Instagram.
There you have it. Sicily, all wrapped up in your little podcast. Don't forget to check out the Haunted Getaways as well for your scary stories.
Yep.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah. Check out the website, www.thegetawayswithaz.com.
Thanks for listening.
Yep.
We'll see you.
Bye.